watching us from. Good morning. My name, what will I say? If you're still awake, good morning and welcome to the show. Remember, this is News Center Nigeria, and I am Michael Leder. Today, something came to my mind early in the morning, and the thing is for us to have discussion about Igbo race. To start with, I am an Igbo man, and an Igbo man to the core. Sometimes things may be happening and you're like, should I talk? Why shouldn't I talk? You'll be in between saying something and keeping quiet. But however, this is why we need to talk. Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics. 2023 presidential election. You know, the worst thing that can ever happen to a man is not to look back and review how far he has come. And this is the essence of this video and this discussion. If you are awake and you are watching us, this is beginning of a new series for us from Ndi Igbo. If you're an Igbo person, you have to join this discussion. I would like to see your reaction, your comment at the description bar. So what is this discussion all about? 2023 presidential election. Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics. I know that we cannot start and finish this discussion in one video or in one day, but we have to begin to build background in this series. Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics. You know, this video is being inspired by a little discussion I had with someone I believe is knowledgeable, is intelligent, and someone I believe is highly exposed. So when he began to talk, I said, yes, we have to have this discussion as Igbo people. What is the place of Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics today? I'm not being clannish, but as an Igbo man, I believe we have to talk. And this topic is being inspired by someone saying that Igbo people have been relegated in Nigerian politics, that Nigeria has programmed the polity in a way that Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria. It's very serious, you know, and I don't think that my friend is the only one sounding this way. When you look at it, you will say, yes, there's reason in what he's saying. But when you look at it deeply, beyond just what he said, you now begin to ask yourself, evaluate whether his claim or claims are objective on the real situation on ground. I believe that the most difficult thing is to tell yourself the truth. Yes, we like lying to ourselves. That's true. Average Nigerian appreciate lying to him or herself. Average human being, sentimental, always run away from reality check. That is why people blame the other person, blame the other person. Back to the topic of discourse. Igbos really skewed out of Nigerian politics. Meanwhile, as of today, I'm not going to start from the time of Zik, the time Nigeria got independent, pre-independent era, the Civil War, First Republic, end of First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic, military rules, now to democracy. Remember, my name is Michael Ilediago. I am the founder of News Center Nigeria, online news platform. Our goal is to always tell the story as raw as it is, as factual as we can lay our hands, and as factual as we believe in, telling the truth, and also keeping those in power accountable. You can help us, you can support us by subscribing to our channel. Now back to why we are here. 2023 presidential election, Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics. And the allegation that Nigerian politics is being skewed, programmed in a way that Igbo man will never be president. How true is these claims? How real it is? Let us begin to digest this topic. Who is skewing Ndi Igbo out of Nigerian politics? That's the question. Who exactly is the one kicking Ndi Igbo out of Nigerian politics? And when not answer that question, you will be the one to answer it yourself. But you see, a question is rhetoric. But before the end of this video, you will be able to know who is actually doing what. Now, let us go to the gist of today. As I said, my emphasis in this video is what I know, I have witnessed that happened from 1999 till date. What is the place of Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics? Have this in mind. In 1999, Alex Ekweme and Wonneon were two vibrant politicians of Igbo extraction. The later I know, Alex Ekweme was one of the founding fathers of the People's Democratic Party. Alex Ekweme has link, wide network, connections, platform and structure across the country. He was able to leverage on that with the help of others, founding fathers of PDP. They mobilized themselves and restored power from military. Unfortunately, Alex Ekweme failed to clinch the ticket of PDP. But we are not going to begin to discuss how Alex lost that ticket. Let's leave that just for another day. But Alex didn't win the ticket of PDP. Obasanjo was released from the prison and made the candidate of PDP, and he eventually became the president of Nigeria for 8 years. Now, ask yourself, since after Alex Ekwueme, the likes of Alex Ekwueme, the likes of Chubo Kadibu, the likes of Emeka Eyoku, he's still active, but not really active in politics. After the likes of Michael Oradem and men of integrity, those who were the political rock of Eastern Nigeria, after these men who have links across the country, who again from Southeast, that we can say have this link. Who again? So if people are seeing that Southeast had been relegated, I begin to ask myself, if I'm an Igbo man, who is relegating Southeast? Who is the one making it very difficult for Southeast to be president? Understanding that power is not being given, it's been taken, is very key. And playing the game to win power is different from playing the game to earn it. People will say, what are you saying? Some people are playing this power game with the mindset of stealing it, getting it at all cost. And some people are playing the game with the mindset of decency, due process. So it depends on the game you have observed. But who is relegating Southeast is the question we are trying to answer and helping you to answer it by yourself. Now, after 1999, before 2003 general election, agitation for Biafra came on board. My son became so strong. It was so strong that our people begin to lose even interest more in Nigerian politics. Getting voters' cards become very difficult. In fact, people see getting voters' cards as a huge tax, People see even voting as unnecessary venture. Why should you vote in Nigeria? By 2023, by 2003, Obasanjo completed his term. Won his second term. by 2007, Massa remained strong. By 2007, Massa was strong. Even the census of 2006, people were discouraged not to participate in the census. Most Igbo people left, and Igbo nation was undercounted. Dynasty was one of the reasons people never knew the real population of Igbo nation. After that, by 2007, power moved from southern Nigeria to the north. Yar'Adua and Goodluck Jonathan were elected. Remember, the question is, who is that person relegating Ndi Igbo, making Ndi Igbo, making sure that Igbo nation will never be president? Who's doing that? I have not mentioned anyone. You will still be the one to answer that question. Call of nature called. Yar'Adua died. After Yar'Adua's death, Jonathan took over. Jonathan completed the first term with Yar'Adua. By 2011, we're still asking, who is that person making Ndi Igbo not to get involved in politics or not to rule Nigeria? When Jonathan was kicked out, I will not mention the name of the group, we all know them. Another vibrant, strong, vocal, very powerful, well coordinated, organized, vicious organization emerged. The organization began to call for Biafran nation. We are still asking, why should Igbo man not be president? Just ask that question. Why should Igbo man not be president? You may not understand the impulse of what happened in 2015, but really, at some point, it was obvious that almost everybody in Southeast want to leave Nigeria for a new nation. The voting population, the voting power of Southeast was reduced. If you are joining us, this is News Center Nigeria. Please, you can do us a favor, drop a comment, share your views, share your thoughts, give us a like, or share a video. But before you do that, remember, the topic is 2023 presidential election, Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics. And the key question we are trying to help each and every one of us answer is, who is hell-bent that Ndi Igbo will never be president? Now, at this stage, in 2014, Southeast, Ndi Igbo as a whole never got involved as a people. But we are involved because some of us have interest. We never own it. We voted for Jonathan, and Jonathan failed. That's the bet of Buhari, President Buhari, former President Buhari. Now, looking at this whole scenario, you could remember that President Buhari once ran for the presidency with Igbo candidates. Remember that President Buhari ran for the office of the president for 2 or 3 or 4 occasions, at least 2 times with Igbo running mates. We never supported him. We saw him as the worst thing that can ever happen to Nigeria. And he came and he justified our feelings. He is actually the worst thing that can ever happen to Nigeria. By my own rating. Those who benefited from his government directly may have different view. But for me, if you ask me to rate former President Buhari, it is the worst thing that can ever happen to Nigeria. But the question is, who is making sure that Igbo will never be president? In 2019, P2B and Atiku ran. It was narrow escape, but why survived and got a second tenure. Now in 2023, we have 4 vibrant contenders. We have P2B, which almost many people believe won the election. We have Atiku Abubakar, who almost everyone believe was second runners-up. We now have Tinubu, who is being seen as someone declared by INEC. It's not funny anyway. The person everybody believed won the election was given top position. The person who said he is second position got the second position. But the person people think got the third position is now allegedly declared by INEC. Remember, we're trying to answer the question, who is making sure that Ndi Igbo never become president? Now, if we have a deep thinking and watch what happened, Atiku rooted for Igbo vice. Although he has no option due to the equation, he must get a vice who will give him vote. We have P2B in the race, an Igbo man. Remember, the question is, who is making sure that Igbo will never be president? We have P2B, an Igbo presidential candidate, who at some point is the candidate to beat, the most vibrant candidate in the race. Then we have Kwankwaso, who many believe was in the game to deplete the vote of PDP in the north. Then we have APC during power, and the candidate, Tinubu, who is now the president of Nigeria. But in the time you look at this composure of the candidate, you begin to ask yourself, who is that person that don't want Igbo man to be president? Now, let's go to the main gist of the matter. For those who want Igbo man to be president, yes, like myself, I want it. It's unfortunate. No Yoruba man have ever been president. No Hausa man have ever been president. No Ijono Ishikiri man. No Igbo man has ever been president of Nigeria. Those who are president are those who politicians, political parties, they are candidates of their political party to start with. Tribes don't produce presidents. It's parties that produce presidents. Okay, let us go away from that narrative, especially for some of us who want an Igbo president. Assuming we really want an Igbo president, and P2B is in the ring, did Igbo people support P2B? Did Igbo elites and political class support P2B? They answer no. No. P2B came to Enugu, he was not giving audience. Tinubu came, Tinubu was giving audience by the sitting governor, an Igbo man. For those who still want Igbo man to be president, an Igbo man chaired PDP zoning committee. He didn't want to stick his neck. Next thing, the narrative end that their job is not to zone political offices, but party. They change the narrative and zone it to Southeast. He never did that. Look at the Igbo political class. These are the set of people that we are also yearning, clapping. Let them produce president. From where? How? This is so bitter, it's so painful that I'm even the one saying it. But at this particular point in time, we have to tell ourselves the truth. This crop of politicians we have in Igbo land, are they close to the like of Michael Okpara? Can we tell ourselves the truth? Those people calling the shots in Southeast today, the political class, are they really ready for leadership in Nigeria? You know, sometimes when we want to complain, we begin to look at the North. We begin to look at the West. Have we ever taken time to look at those people today, assuming that Ndi Igbo we are asked to produce president, minus P2B, who came to change the dynamics of Nigerian political and politicking? Do we have another person in that class who we can beat our chest and say, yes, this guy has something, has level of pedigree, integrity, and capacity. Yet, you want to produce presidents. There's sometimes I used to tell people, sometimes to tell people, before you come out to say people don't want us, people hate us, let us look deeply how we are able to affect the marketing of Igbo nation. And remember, the essence of this video is for us as a people. It's for us as a people to change the dynamics, to see the truth, and re-engineer the political terrain, the political class, the politics, and political process within Igbo nation. Last 8 years, or more than that, we saw the kind of governors in the Southeast. Governors who cannot even win their own senatorial zone. Senatorial seats, 1/3 of their states. You cannot defeat anyone and win it without rigging and thuggery. So, Ndi Igbo, it is time for us to begin to think deeply on the things that affect us and how we can re-engineer the political terrain. I sincerely believe that Nigeria did not kill Ndi Igbo. I am thinking that the time is not yet ripe, because at every point in time, my own thinking though, there are kind of circumstances that we overshadow the sentiment of Ndi Igbo days, Yoruba days, Hausa days. Remember that politics is a game of interest. So what politicians do, they are not looking at where you're coming from. They are looking at who will win an election. Sometimes the emphasis is not even on how to win that. It's not even on due process or whatever we call it. It is simply on winning that election. I think all of us see one of the days when Tinubu addresses by saying, 2023, which means grab it, and run away with it. Yes. Now, this is where Ndi Igbo may be getting it right. It may be wrong, or why Ndi Igbo have not been able to produce presidents. If you take from 1999 to 2023, you'll find out that the voting culture of Igbo nation sometimes is devoid of clannishness. Ndi Igbo focus more on competence. Ndi Igbo vote the best candidate. But in Nigeria context, the best candidates are not always the right candidates. There's a difference between being the best candidate and the right candidate for the job. The right candidate is who will win the election. Who will win this election? It may be a moron who have nothing to offer. It may be someone who have nothing. You even cannot remember his name. But yeah, it's a brand and a structure, a movement, people that can steal it if you mean stealing. That is Nigerian factor we have seen. But Igbo nation are foot embrace of competence. In 1999, Igbo nation voted Obasanjo massively because of in 2003, Igbo nation did the same. In 2007, the same thing happened. Igbo nation voted massively against Yaradua. Yaradua is not an Igbo man. And in 2011, the same thing happened. In 2015, the same thing happened. We voted massively against Buhari. And Buhari came after 8 years, justify why Ndi Igbo should vote against him, because he destroyed the country economically. A government of borrowing by the borrowing and for the borrowers. Very simple. Keep borrowing. Nothing. No economic transformation agenda, nothing. Keep borrowing and spending. It's after 8 years. Let me believe that Igbo nation saw it coming and they voted against them. In 2023, Peter is the best candidate. But as I said, he's not the right candidate. Tinubu is the right candidate because of structure and federal might. He got the power. Remember, I said he got the power. Winning it is different thing, but getting it is another story altogether. He got the power. So, before someone tell us that Nigeria is being skewed against Igbo nation, we should look deeply to tell ourselves the truth. Do we have what it takes to make it happen? Yes, the argument could be that P2B has it on, that P2B even won this election. Yes. I'm one of those people who believe that P2B actually win. But P2B is not a candidate of Igbo nation. Not. Igbo leaders and political elites abandoned him. They thought he was playing. In fact, some of them got paid back, like in Enugu. The governor was unable to retain his seat. It was a serious payback. He can't even win a polling booth. He can't. He was retired politically. Unless the incumbent governor nominated him for ministerial position. If not, he's been sent home. Former governor Sutimar Kinnaman sent home. So, P2P and obedient movement is a nationalistic movement. It's not Igbo agenda. It's not Hausa agenda. It's not Yoruba agenda. But Nigerian youths like you and myself. The best way out of this is getting involved. We have to make sure that our massive population remain a voting population. I once asked somebody, assuming that Southeast can be able to muster 5 million votes, block 5 million votes, which I believe we can. We have over 10, 15, 20 million eligible voters. If Southeast can give anybody 10 million votes in Nigeria, winning that election is pretty easy. But this aspect of our lives, voting culture in Southeast, need to change. We need to either vote for the right candidate to get into power, or we continue to vote for the best candidates until nature takes its course. It's left for us. Two ratings. The right candidate is that person who can make it happen. That is the right candidate. That person will win an election. That is the right candidate for winning an election. But the best candidate is that person who can win an election, but may have deficiency in securing his votes. If you ask me, P2B won the election, but he cannot be able to secure the vote without going to court. And we are going to judiciary. It's just like a boy beating you, slapping you, telling you to go and tell his father, his own father. Or a man beating you and telling you go and report to his own child. That is why I see the 2023 presidential election. But there are lessons to be learned. And that lesson is that Ndi Igbo and political elites should continue to work deeply in building capacity, in building network across tribes and religion. Nobody will vote, no house someone will vote for me if they believe I'm just an Igbo person. But if they see me as a pan-Nigerian, they would like to do with me. Nobody will vote, will like, in fact, let me tell you, why Buhari government became so, how will I put it, nepotic, is because he is not a nationalist, my own thinking. The Buhari we saw seems to be nepotic. He is, and clannish. No person will like that kind of person in power. You must be nationalistic across board. So I'll stop this video today. Tomorrow we look deeply into who is making it very difficult for Igbo people to be president. It's very important. Thank you for watching. It's a new day.